Where is Azealia Banks when you need her? Where is she? Why? Because the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. I mean, my gosh. And y'all are seniors at this point. And you know, grandmothers and great grandmothers and great 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 grandmothers and I'm talking about Tamar Braxton and Candy Burris, of course, if you hadn't found out. Um it's just crazy during Women's History Month. Women's History Month, where's the unity, ladies? I mean, really. My God. My God. Everything I am is because of women. I will forever uplift, praise, rock with, you know, stand up for whatever women, in particular Black women, because that's who I am. That's where I come from. This as a Black man, that's what I that's me, you know. And this is how y'all do. It hurts me like you would never know. To think, to see these beautiful Black women going at it, it really does something to me. But let's get with it. Okay, y'all. Y'all got to mature. I mean, really. So Tamar and Candy, they went on, no, I'm sorry. Tamar Braxton. So Tamar Braxton, Nivea, and Evelyn Lozada, another Black queen, went on Watch What Happens Live to discuss the Queen's Court, which is a show on, I guess, Peacock and Bravo, that they're doing where there are three single women and they are looking for love. And I think each one of them found love. They had a large array of guys that was coming there for them, and you know, they would eliminate certain guys and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah. Now I did kind of start. Well, it came on after the Xscape show or whenever it came on one night, and so I kind of started to watch it. And I think I got like the episode 2 or whatever. And it's a decent enough show. You know, it's a reality show. It's entertaining for the most part. You know, I know of, never met personally, of course. Well, I met Tamar one time at a club. At Club Tracks in 2014. She was there. Actually, Funky Dineva, he was the host. And this was along the time of when Braxton Family Values first came out. It was on the first or second season. And this is when she was married to Vince. And I think this is when Love and War first came out. Around that time. But anyway. And she was cool. But anyway, I know I'm well versed in Nivea. You know, from Don't Mess With My Man. I'ma be the one to bring it to you. Got my girls and my man. Found your own and leave mine alone. Don't mess with my man. I'ma be the one to bring it to you. Here's a little advice for you. Find your own man. And of course, she did the show on BET about the R&B girl groups, etc. I reviewed that as well. So I love Nivea. I've always liked Nivea. She has a really, really deep story. If you guys will go and watch Candy Burris, she did the Speak On It, and she did one with Nivea. And it was, Nivea's really been through a lot in her life, and it was a beautiful story and so heartfelt. And look at God that she made it out, because there was definitely, the odds were stacked against Nivea for everything that she's been through in her life, but she made it through. So thank God. So out of all of them, my favorite is Nivea. Nivea is my heart. And she's just fun. She just seems like such a fun girl. And, you know, we all know Tamar. And, you know, child, from the Braxtons to, you know, all her songs. My favorite Tamar Braxton album is Calling All Lovers. Such a great album. I'm not even going to start singing Tamar because there's so many of Tamar songs that I love. Yeah, it's just, you took my heart to the ground, left it all battered and bruised, done fighting this battle with you. I can't keep going in circles. That's just one song off the album, anyway, that I love. So yeah, and then Evelyn. So going on to what I was talking about. Look, I was gonna watch the Queen's Court. I'm rambling. Y'all know how I do. I was gonna watch the Queen's Court, but I just cannot stomach that Evelyn. For everything she's done on Basketball Wives, for everything that's happened, I could not stomach that Evelyn. I just can't. And so yeah. Anyway. Let me see. So anyway, going back to what we was originally talking about, child. Tamar, Evelyn, and Nivea was on Watch What Happens Live to promote the Queen's Court. So then it got on somehow Tamar. And she brought up this whole incident that she talked about on Instagram stories where she said, I bet you won't guess what peach holder's husband came for me. Them and their husband. And so it was all kind of speculations about people, about which peach holder she was talking about. A lot of people thought it was Eva and her husband. But I knew it wasn't that because she was just like, you know, current peach holder and a peach holder. Eva been off the show for years now. So I know it wasn't Eva. And I always kind of thought it was Candy and Todd, but she never confirmed it until she was on Watch What Happens Live. I said, what a convenient time to confirm it now, Tamar. I just say, you just on this spiritual journey. Makes me think about Mariah Huck when, you know, her Heavenly got into it when they were at those couches and they had the whips and chains and the shirtless men. When Mariah first confessed that she got receipts on Daddy that he might be cheating with somebody. And and Heaven was like, and everybody else can kiss it too, who believe you with you on your fake. What she say? What she say to Heavenly Mariah? With your fake ass spiritual journey. and Tamar, you was really on a spiritual journey, but you back to your same antics. But I said, how convenient. And then that happened. I was like, well, I know it's gonna be some mess. And of course it has been some mess, of course. So after that, let's see. Tamar Braxton, of course, she had to elaborate more because people obviously wanted to know what the heck was going on. So she went on Instagram Live and she explained the entire situation that basically, I'm assuming this happened a few months ago, maybe last year, that her and Xscape went on tour together. They were on tour together many times before. And Candy approached Tamar. Tamar had something to give Candy and the girls, and then Candy approached Tamar in an aggressive way, and it was just a whole mess. And I don't F with you for everything that you said with the Carlos King thing, and I don't rock with you, and I don't do that with you, and da 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 da. And so then apparently Todd came up to get a rowdy Candy. And then Todd looked at Tamar allegedly and said, you know what's up. You know, like, oh, chill that out, you know, Bloods and Crips. Yeah. And Tamar was reenacting the whole thing. It was hilarious. I said, but Tamar, you is a mess, girl. But it was funny. It was definitely funny. And the whole Carlos King thing is this. I didn't know for a long time that Carlos King was the one that was trying to do the unauthorized biopic on Xscape. And you know, Carlos King He was one of the producers on one of the main producers on Real Housewives of Atlanta for a long time. And then they departed. I don't know if he quit or got fired. And you know, he has had multiple shows since then and all that kind of stuff. Very successful, but I didn't know. But Carlos King and Kandi was friends, and you know, Kandi was super hurt about it. She was upset. So how this pertains to Tamar is that Tamar was on Dish Nation, and she was speaking about it, and she was just like, well, you know, she was kind of vague. She kind of just said, look, I understand where Kandi's coming from, but to straight up call him a liar is wrong. And you being a famous person, at the end of the day, there's going to be people that's doing biopics and stuff about you and trying to capitalize off your celebrity because it's just the way the world is, the entertainment industry is. You know, somebody's going to do a biopic about somebody. And so she basically just brushed it off like that. So that's why Kandi approached Tamar during that recent tour and stuff. And that's when Tamar allegedly said that, you know, her and Kandi got into it and here come Todd and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, but there is mad history between Tamar and Kandi. I think I've reported on it before, but way back when, years ago, I think when Xscape was doing the Great Xscape Tour, which is the tour that I went on, it was what? When was it? When did I go? I always say this because I'm so proud. The Great Xscape Tour was my very first tour I ever went on as a grown person. It was December 2nd, 2017 at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Xscape, Tamar Braxton, Monica, Sonique, and Juice Diary. It was amazing. It was amazing. I was dealing with a heckler that was behind me. He kept like kind of making fun of me and like, cause I was up dancing with everything. Even when the DJ was going, I was just up dancing and excited, having a good time. There was somebody, this dude, this other brother that was behind me. He was kind of like, I guess, making fun of me because I was gay and, you know, dancing and having a good time. And, you know, it was a whole thing. I was just like, I wanted to fight, but I was just like, I'm just not going to fight this person because there were all kind of people around us, women and young girls. And we were in such a small space, which is why I hate when I've only been on a plane one time in my life, but I always need the end seat. In any situation. If I'm on a bus, I want the end seat. If I'm on a plane, I want the end seat. Just in case something like that happens, or just in case I need to get up, but also because I have really bad cramps in my legs because I have polycythemia, a blood disorder, and one of the symptoms of that is cramps and stuff. And so being in a tight, confined space, and I have big legs, being in a tight, confined space, kind of, I have to keep my legs closed and all that, and that's not for me. I need to be able to stretch and air this thing out. You hear me? So, yeah, but I was like kind of in the middle at the concert. So what could I do? And I couldn't, you know, and you know, I don't know. I'm not like a trained fighter, but I know how to throw them bows, right? And I'm a big dude, and me being in the middle, these two women on the side of me. He was directly behind me, also in the middle. And then it was women on the side of him. And then, you know, I'm swinging. When you're swinging, you're going crazy. You don't care who you hit, right? So that would have just been a mess. And then I would have got put out. And then one of the girls would have said, you know, that's a shame. Get his ass out of here. We're supposed to all be together. While they, you know, and then cut to me getting escorted out. And then they start singing Understand It. I didn't want that, you know. Hell. Anyway, the beef with Tamar and Kandi started way back then because, you know, the Queen's Court with T.S. Madison and Kaya, which I still watch occasionally, and I want a good laugh. They really had magic together. It's unfortunate how everything happened. But, you know, Kaya and Maddie, you know, they were reporting on Xscape. You know, they made certain comments in their videos, making jokes or whatever. Because, you know, Xscape was in the news then. They had just got back together. It was drama. It was a lot to talk about with the girls. And so, anyway, Tamar, she's cool with Maddie and Kaya. I don't know about Kaya, but she's still cool with Maddie. But anyway, she was going to bring them up. This was during, I think, the Atlanta show, during the Great Escape Tour, which I think was their last show. And so apparently, it was drama with that. They was mad at Tamar. The Escape girls cussed her out, allegedly. And of course, Madison and Kaya got escorted out. They didn't get to go on stage. It was a whole big mess. If y'all watched the Queen's Court on the episode of the Great Escape Tour, y'all know what I'm talking about. So that beef started way back then, and maybe even before that, because, Candy, Xscape, Tamar Braxton, the Braxtons, all those girls come from the 90s. And, they, mixed and mingled. They've been in the studio together. So, maybe it was something back then. But the main thing was the whole Great Escape Tour thing. But after that, years later, they went on Celebrity Big Brother. Tamar won. But Candy was on there with her, and they kind of made amends. Tamar was even on Candy's channel. And it was, making amends with stuff. And it's also just girls stuff. Y'all know Tamar Braxton. She was on The Real. And, it was situations with Toya. Y'all know all those Atlanta girls hang together. Candy, I don't know if Monica's still cool with them. But anyway, it was Candy, Monica, LaToya, Rashida, Toya Wright, Tiny. All those girls was a clique. And at one point, Tamar was in that clique. And then, things happened. So it was just mess, right? So that's the root of their issues. But now Tamar and Candy are back beefing, child. Even Tamar's new man, that white man, her fiance named Jeremy, he's very, he has a little soul, a little Robin Thicke, little Justin Timberlake. He can keep up with the wobble at the cookout, I guess. And, so he jumped in and said that he addressed this whole thing with Todd, and Todd apparently apologized. But Candy went on live and said that, my man didn't apologize for nothing because he didn't do nothing. And I'm not even going to address that. So, So then, as y'all know, when something is public, here comes the memes. So Candy started first with a meme for Tamar, a Wednesday Addams meme. And then after that, Tamar just kept dragging Candy over and over. She called her Billy Goat. She said that she was the most non-singing ass person in the music industry. And the nerve of you, she was also responding from the whole Xscape and SWV show, with Xscape wanting to be the headliners and, have SWV open for them, and essentially having Xscape get paid more than SWV. And I gave my thoughts on that, child, and so it's just been a mess since then, and it's just awful. And during Women's History Month, the girls can't get along. Now, here's my opinion on this entire thing. Do I 100% believe what Tamar Braxton said? That her and Candy first got into an argument and then Todd said what he said to her? Yes, I do. I 100% believe that. As much as I like Candy, and as cool as I think Candy is, and it's probably, out of all the housewives, she's probably the most down to earth, and she does help a lot of people. I think Candy's a great person. I think they're all good people, in their heart. But anyway, as much as good as I think Candy is in many ways, do I think Candy got a mean girl side and all that? Yeah, sure. And we've seen Todd. And I just believe that he would absolutely say that during a heated debate, oh, don't come at my wife, don't say, I absolutely do believe that he said that to Tamar. Now the thing with Tamar is, because a lot of people are having an issue with Tamar about this whole thing, is because it's Tamar. It's her reputation. It's Tamar, that mouth Braxton. And everything that's happened throughout the years with her, and as talented as she is, because my God, Tamar can sing the house boots. Tamar can sing a lot of girls under the table. But she is not known for her music, unfortunately. She's known more for her personality. She makes really, really good music. P.S. She has a song called Changed, I think, where she samples SWV Rain. It's beautiful. It's a good song. I'm a huge fan of Tamar Braxton's music. But, like I said, it's that other stuff that comes with Tamar and then the music gets overpowered and overshadowed and we no longer care. And so it's just, it's a mess and it's unfortunate. But I do believe Tamar don't know how to handle situations. She sometimes takes things too far. She is very Twitter happy. Those fingers just be going, or whoever's on her team, or whatever, and it is what it is. It's a mess. So I guess there won't be any Candy Birds and Tamar Braxton collaborations anytime soon. But yeah, it's just a mess. As soon as Tamar said that on Watch What Happens Live, I said, yeah, it's about to be some mess. It is absolutely about to be some mess. I said, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Just when the girls are getting along, here we go. And I'm just like, and Tamar, you could have been revealed who this person was. But you waited until you got on television, until you got on a platform that Candy is a part of, Bravo, and then you disclosed this information. That it was Candy and Todd. I said, Lord, have mercy. Well, I don't know, child. Y'all tell me what y'all think about everything in the comment section. I'll probably post some links. Maybe not. I don't know. But I think y'all pretty much know about all this stuff that I'm talking about. But we'll see, child. It's a lot doing these links and posting them and finding them, copying and paste. Oh, compatano. But we'll see. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at Xscape on Instagram and Twitter. At Xscape89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.